Welcome back to Almost the Weekend. I'm Besa Gordon.
And I'm Curtis Stilgard of the Second, a.k.a. Cuddy.
And y'all, we have a really good show for you today, okay? Not only do we have your weekend warm-up, Cuddy has your artist corner, but we have two Black women powerhouses in the building. We have Ashaunti Martin Smith of Couture Cocktails and Chef Red of Come Eat Daddy. But you already know we got to start out the show like we always do, and that is with our weekend warm-ups. So let me pass it on over to Cuddy.
Yes, sir. And kicking off my weekend warm-up, this one's for all my homebodies, my introverts, ones that inside loves to see you coming. This is Via Friday, brought to you by Your Highness J, and is a night full of music, laugh, and pasta, the ultimate homebody experience. This will be happening October 3rd at 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. This is a must RSVP to get the actual location. However, it is in the Capitol Hill area. You can find that ticket link via the bio of Your Highness. It is via Partyful, so just make sure to go to @YourHighnessJ via Instagram and click that link in bio and get your tickets today. And then next, we're going to tap in with one of our family. You know, we got Pink Fridays with special guest Jim Jones, brought to you by Papa Black himself and the 1K Lifestyle fam. This is an all-pink affair, and it will also be happening Friday, October 3rd at Mirror Lounge in Bellevue from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Tickets can be found now via Eventbrite. And lastly, I just wanted to let you guys know that the Pia Effect is in fact back in Seattle, brought to you by DJ Pia herself. And if you don't know, now you know that her experiences when it comes to these parties is one of a kind. It's definitely more than just spinning on the ones and twos. She got background dancers, all the little 10 counts of routines. Like, it's truly a dope vibe. So you want to make sure that you tap in this Friday also. And it'll be happening at Voo Lounge right here in Belltown, and it'll be from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. So make sure to go to VooLounge.com right now and get your tickets. And that's my weekend warm-up.
Pia, Pia.
Come on. Because she went viral for I think it's Water. Is that the song that make me sweat?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. So once that little TikTok challenge she was going dumb. She went viral from that. She was adding that to her DJ sets and was going crazy and had to party.
I think I've seen the videos on my TikTok.
Exactly. So now she's going to be here in town this Friday. So make sure to go down to Voo Lounge, get your tickets, and go pop it with Pia.
Oh, that's going to be popping because she's going to be up top.
Come on.
Okay, so let's get into my weekend warm-up. First and foremost, Kay's Paint Joint Takeover. This is going down over at CD Art Walk. She's going to be over at Made Space Seattle, okay? The event is going from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And look, it's going to be a vibe. There's going to be a silent auction where you can bid on one-of-a-kind original paintings. There's going to be mini paint sessions, so you can get your paint on like Kay the Paint Lady. There's going to be a vendor table for you to shop art paints, journals, and stickers. There's also a $20 art bin, so that way you can get you some affordable art. Of course, there's going to be music, vibes, and food. And the food will be featured by Diamond Grill Catering. And apparently, they're going to have some gumbo chow. Now, and also, again, this is Friday for CD Art Walk. Saturday, there is a classic car meetup. This is okay, let me get the name right. Classic Car Meetup Fall Market, to be exact. This is starting at 3 p.m. It's going to be over at the Hidden Door. They're saying that this is your last time to be able to pull up, have your car be seen, show off a little bit, There's also going to be an antique and craft market and some games with prizes. They would like for you to let them know if you would like the spot to show off your car or if you want a table to sell your collectibles. Apparently their kitchen is now open, so definitely check out the Hidden Door menu, and you can learn more, or shall I say let them know that you want to reserve your spot on over at hiddendoorlive@gmail.com, or you can message them on Facebook. Now, my next event, this is happening on Friday and Saturday, so basically you can go either day. It is Oktoberfest Brews Cruise, okay? This is going to be brought to you by San Juan Cruises. This is apparently their last cruise of the season, which I think is an absolute smoothie wood. It's $47 for a 1.5-hour cruise from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. You are going around Bellingham. By the way, the last event that I just mentioned is going down over in Shoreline, okay? So this cruise will take you around Bellingham and the Chuckanut Bay area. You're going to have a variety of fall-themed and fest-style beer samples, a full spread of bratwurst buffet dinner, cocktails, wines, and other beers are going to be available for purchase, and you can grab your tickets over at wells.starboatsuite.com. Now, I think I have, 2 or 3 more events? This next event is going to be going down Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. This is U District Chow Down and Street Party. Child, apparently this is their 5th one. I didn't even know that there were 4 other ones until now. So they're saying that this is your best way to have your introduction to Seattle's fastest growing neighborhood, the U District. This year's food walk will feature $5 bites at over 60 local restaurants. There's going to be a main stage with entertainment and live music. There's going to be audience contest, and those are actually going down all day long over at the AB. And of course, you can grab more details for this event over at udistrictseattle.com/chowdown. Also happening on Saturday is Next Level Veggie Grill. Child, this is a grand opening. It's going down from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. They are saying this is to celebrate the evolution of Next Level Burger. I haven't been to Next Level Burger, but apparently Cuddy has. And,
shout out to all my vegans.
yeah, and that's what's so great about it. So basically, Next Level Burger is going to be dropping an all-American vegan menu, okay? So they're going to have giveaways to the first 25 guests, and there's going to be a live DJ spinning tunes, family fun, balloon artists, and face painters. So definitely be there early, come hungry, and this one's going down in Ballard. Last but not least for our events, Sunday, India Irie is going to be in town, and she's going to be over at Plymouth Church. Okay, this starts at 5 p.m. and I got to read this. This is actually pretty cool, Cuddy. It says, India Arie invites you to the launch of the new movement, a sacred space, starting at Plymouth Church, Seattle. She will begin a sound healing and meditation concert series. This will be a unique opportunity to experience her music and celebrate her golden jubilee, her 50th birthday. She will be joined in song with her friends with her friend Joel Cross. This starts at 5 p.m. Sunday, October 5th, and you can grab your tickets over at plymouthchurch.org, and the tickets are $75. Nice. That is my last event.
That's vibey. And that's a good event to end off on, too.
Ain't it nice? Look, speaking of event ending that off on a good note, we have a good note coming up next from Cuddy, because you already know he's going to be dropping those gems coming up next on Artist Corner.
Yep. Welcome back to Almost the Weekend. I'm your co-host, Curtis Delgado II, a.k.a. Cuddy, and this is another segment of the Artist Corner, and I have yet again another piece of free game for you. Tonight's lesson is all things music royalties. Last week, we discussed foundational items and making sure that artists are aware and signed up for with the different collection license agencies that are out there. So now that you have all your buckets set up, what exactly are they collecting and where are they collecting from? So to answer that question, royalties by definition are a payment made to an owner for the right to use their intellectual property or natural resources. In the music business, royalties are broken down into 4 categories. You got performance, mechanical, sync, and print. Performance royalties, these are royalties that are earned whenever a musical composition is performed or broadcast publicly, whether it's at a live event, radio, or through streaming platforms. Mechanical royalties, these are going to be payments earned when a song is reproduced, not publicly performed. These royalties come in forms of physical album sales, digital downloads, or streams on platforms like Apple Music or Spotify. Next, we got sync royalties. Now, sync royalties is generated when music is paired with visual media aspects, so whether it's a film, TV show, or radio, or commercials. So an example of this can be stories like Vince Staples, who mentioned how he was paid for one of his singles with Call of Duty that ended up amounting to a large amount of money that succeeded any advance he was given by any label. So that kind of just tells you the different aspects and outlets you have to you as far as when it comes to being able to get paid for your music. It doesn't always just come with that one hit single that's been on the top 100 charts. Some other examples that you could pull from when it comes to seeing Lights and Sin is people like Jason Weaver, who was the voice of Simba when he came to singing for The Lion King. His mom put him onto some game, and instead of taking that advance up front, she actually decided to advise him on taking royalties. And in that case, with that sync deal, he's still getting paid to this day for those songs. And even with Will Smith, Summertime, every time that single is attached to a commercial or any type of visuals, when it hits Summertime, Will Smith is collecting the check. So sync licensing and sync placements is definitely a place to go. So I just wanted to give you some game on that. And yeah, the last piece will be print royalties. So print royalties offer another revenue stream for music composers. Despite the rise of digital formats, this market for sheet music still remains a billion-dollar industry, according to Royal Exchange. So that's another piece of free game for you and another segment of the Artist Corner. So make sure you go out there and get your bread and collect that chicken. When we come back, we'll be tapped in and rejoined with Besa, and we'll be going with Community Corner. So stay tuned, stay locked in your seats, and you're watching Almost the Weekend.
Chicago. Celebrating more than 25 years of Broadway razzle-dazzle. The Associated Press calls Chicago the most entertaining musical of the decade. Paint the town again. Chicago the Musical. We're hotter than ever.
October 22nd through November 2nd. Get tickets at stgpresents.org.
Welcome back to Almost the Weekend. I'm Besa Gordon.
And I'm Cuddy.
And it is time for our first edition of this episode for Community Corner. Yes, honey, we have two for you today. Right now, we are about to be joined by my girl, Ashaunti Martin Smith. I don't even know if she goes by the Smith part or if she just goes by the Martin, but I just call her Shanti, okay? She is the owner of Couture Cocktails. And when I interviewed her last, she was actually doing fashion designs and dressing people. So we're going to definitely talk about that switch over and about the delicious drinks she is making. Hey, Shanti.
Hey, y'all.
What do you do?
Thanks for having me back. Last time you had me, you were at my cocktail classes, remember?
Yeah, but that's not really an interview. Last time I did the interview with you was when we were over at Q.
Right, exactly.
And
like
then we were like talking.
down.
Yeah, like that's like 3 minutes.
Yeah, that was in 2019. That's crazy.
Yes, it's been a minute. But I've known you since what, 2006?
Yeah, since high school.
Big facts.
Yeah.
So today we are here to talk about your current endeavors, the different things you are doing, the things that make your heart sing. So let's start with the basics. What is Couture Cocktails all about? And what do you feel sets your service apart from all the other Seattle bars and drink makers we have out here?
We're a Black-owned, woman-owned bartending service based out of Seattle, Washington. Providing just a luxury, custom, specialty experience catered to each, individual client that we have. I feel like what separates us, I just like to cater to whatever the client's needs are and customize whatever we're doing for, whatever type of event that they're having, whether it's a wedding, birthday party, baby shower, engagement. So that's kind of how, I separate myself from others.
Being a Black and woman-owned business, and I'm just trying to have you speak on to how important it is for you to highlight those aspects within your business, and what impact do you hope to have on community?
I think it's important just because, I'm always rooting for everybody Black, especially in the hospitality industry. Especially with me being a, lead bartender at Communion, like just being in that environment, like I feel like it's just important to have Black hospitality in Seattle because we get a lot of people that come from out of state that are just like, where are the Black people at? What is there to do? Like, on a regular night in Seattle. And a lot of the times, like, I feel ashamed telling them that there's not much going on. So, I just want to be able to contribute to that hospitality lifestyle, in the city. Like, that's really what I want to evolve Couture Cocktails into being. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. And also, next time they ask, tell them to watch Almost a Weekend.
Yeah,
Right.
And watch
And
the
I
weekend
will,
warm-up.
right. Exactly.
But, okay, so as I was saying earlier, you went from fashion design and custom couture clothing to now having couture cocktails. First of all, what made you start doing cocktails?
I started bartending. Well, I randomly started for a catering company serving beer and wine, and then I worked at a hotel and I started bartending there. They had got rid of the other bartender, and she was kind of cool. She would show me the ropes, and I'm like, I want to bartend one day. And she left, and a spot opened. So I was friends with the bar manager, and he kind of took me under his ropes. That's still one of my best friends to this day. And yeah, that's like where I really started my bartending career. Just being a bartender at the Hyatt across from the Space Needle. But then, my friends were just random people. My family, their friends would be like, oh, your cousin's a bartender. Have her bartend my party. And so I would just start bartending, little parties and stuff, even for like, I seen y'all have Papa Black on here. Like, he was one of the first clients I ever bartended a random party for, like at the Nas concert backstage one time. Like, it was so random. But that's really just kind of how I got my start. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start a bartending service. And at the time, my homegirl, Alexis, at Humble Events, shout out to her, she was starting her event planning company. And so she kind of like gave me the idea, Couture Cocktails, playing on, I used to do custom clothing, custom couture clothing. So it was like, why not Couture Cocktails? Yeah. That kind of, right. Has a ring to it. So that's kind of where the name came from and how I really kind of just got started into doing this, or, my bartending service. So
now this is like the second part of that question. Has your fashion background influenced the way that you design your drinks and the whole aesthetic and schmood of them?
Yeah, absolutely. It just allows me to be creative, like in a totally different way than I realized. Like, I kind of started getting bored with fashion. I did a lot of one-on-one custom pieces when I did have my fashion clothing line, and I feel like fast fashion came in. A lot of people were doing I just put my logo on a sweatsuit and now I got a clothing line, and that kind of just turned me off in the industry because I'm like, I'm really out here cutting and sewing. Like, I have a degree in this, So I'm like, okay, where else can I direct my creativity? And so because I was bartending as a primary, source of income, I was like, why not make pretty cocktails? Like, I love the flowers and the dry ice and the, the color, the glitter and the garnishes, and, even just learning there's so much to learn and know about just cocktails in general, like the different type of spirits and, what goes together. It's a lot. Like, I'm still feel like I'm a beginner in this industry, honestly, because there's so much to learn. There's so many, things, so.
Well, on your journey leading up to this point, what would you say is your favorite drink as far as consumption? And then what's been one of your favorites to make for somebody?
People ask me that question all the time. I'm a very simple, like, tequila lime soda. Like, that's what I like to drink. But every now and then I'll do a cocktail. Like, recently I've been really liking, there's a cocktail called a Paper Plane, and it's really made with whiskey. It's whiskey, Amaro, Nonino, lemon juice, and Aperol.
Okay.
But I like mine with tequila, so that's like one of my favorite go-tos. But I think I feel like any cocktail I make is good. Like, but I feel like I make a really good margarita, really good, lemon drops, sidecars. That's what y'all gonna get tonight. That's nice. The people love sidecars, so.
That's right. Come on, sidecar.
Yeah.
So we were talking earlier about the last time that we actually had you on the show was during your Halloween event. It was a really dope class. You taught people how to make alcoholic drinks. You also taught people how to make non-alcoholic drinks. There was some interesting activities with dry ice. We won't talk about that. But are we getting more of those in-person classes?
I would love to. That it's funny because I feel like that was more of a activity during COVID to get people like active and, back interacting with each other. So that's why it was so popular, like 2002, 2003. That's like when I was doing my classes. But yeah, I would love to if I have the time. That's like one of those things where I really have to just invest in myself to host those type of events, so.
What would you say is so hard about hosting those events?
I mean, I don't know. Once I put my mind to something and I'm passionate about it, I don't look at it as being hard. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make that work. The hardest thing might be selling, tickets to the event. And that's just really, making sure I'm promoting it and doing that. That's the other thing. Marketing, not the best at it. I want to get better or get to the point where I can hire somebody to do it for me, because I feel like that's one of my, things that I lock on is promoting my business and getting footage while I'm at events, because I'm so busy doing everything else. Then I got to take the pictures too and then post it. And it's like, it's a lot, and I'm sure other business owners in this industry can relate. So, but yeah, so hopefully we'll see. You never know. The holidays is coming up.
No, that makes total sense. And I only asked that because, earlier we were talking about how people come to you and they're like, hey, what's going on? You having a dope event, being a black woman-owned business. That's something for them to get into.
Yeah,
and
you're absolutely right.
People these days are really enjoying those hands-on events where it's like, hey, me and Bae can go, me and the girls can go, me and the boys, we ain't got nothing to do, we can go. And it's just like, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. And you can also book a cocktail class privately too. So if you want to do something, with your coworkers, it can be a work event, a family event, just you and the girls, like a girls' night, If y'all want to do a cocktail class, just let me know.
Okay, so I, just wanted to talk more so to your aspirations as far as bar consulting goes. And just specifically, what aspects of bar consulting appeals to you, and how do you see that within your current experiences for Couture cocktails?
Well, where I really got the idea from was I love watching Bar Rescue.
I love that show.
And I really just love seeing things go from nothing or bad to great and amazing. I love that transition process. And I fell in love with the hospitality industry. I feel like I am an introvert, but I can be an extrovert when it comes to my job. I can be, hospitable and, just spread my personality around. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
No, you're good.
The consulting.
Yeah. Just wanted to see how your current experiences with the business, how influence maybe you wanted to extend to that portion of service.
Yeah, I feel like that will I also just want to learn every aspect of this industry as possible. So I feel like my next step would, whatever that may be, I would hope for it to be something like that, because I can be able to have the opportunity to go to, other places that are in need of an experienced mixologist, bartender, whatever, and can give them their expertise to help evolve their business into something better. That's really what, what I want to do with bar consulting. So yeah, I think it would be a cool idea. I got to find the right people to talk to get into that field. But, I've been looking at some options and trying to figure things out. So I'm all about elevating and growth. I can only be complacent for so long. And it's okay, what's next? I got to, I'm trying to keep evolving so I can learn everything about this industry I need to know.
Okay, so in 5 years, you have a vision. It is an urban lounge with live music, food, and a dress code, child, plus a bartending school. Tell us what makes this dream lounge so appealing to you and why the Black-owned bartending school is such an important piece of your vision.
Well, yeah, like I was saying, just working at one of the most popular Black-owned restaurants in Seattle, we get a lot of tourists and a lot of people, you know, just coming to our city, and they want to know what's going on, like, where are the Black people at? Why I don't see no Black people up in here, you know? And it's like, I want to add just, you know, not even for the younger crowd. Like, I feel like, you know, we in our mid-30s now, but, you know, I feel like this age and higher, we need something grown and sexy.
Yeah.
And I would love to create that type of environment for Seattle. Like, I grew up, you know, around live music. My uncle played the bass, my other uncle played the drums, my dad played the keyboard. So we grew up around live music, you know, so it's like, I love that environment, you know, just very sexy, dim lights, you know, good food, just nothing too crazy in the kitchen, but, you know, just a good vibe, good energy, you know, like I said, live band, karaoke, you know, jazz nights, like, I would love that for us. And I feel like we need something like that. The reason why I say dress code is because, obviously, not even just dress code, even just like maybe an age limit. I don't even know if that's possible in Seattle. I don't know how the rules work here, but I know in like other states, like they do like age limit, you know, sometimes. And I feel like with the age limit, that should come with, you know, how to dress coming up in here, you know? But yeah, I just feel like we need something like that. As far as like bartending school goes, I didn't go to bartending school. Like, literally, I learned how to bartend just off of just experience. And I feel like that's honestly the best way to learn. People always ask me, like, how did you start bartending? Like, what should I do? And I'm like, you kind of got to start from the bottom in this industry. Like, whether it's a server, a bar back, and, like, then just kind of, like, work your way into it. And that's kind of, like, how you can learn, like, literally every step it is into becoming a bartender. But I would love to, I don't know, I've never heard of a Black-owned bartending school, at least definitely not in Seattle. Like, I'm sure they got them in the South somewhere, but I would just love to educate people, just not on, you know, the steps of bartending, but just hospitality industry in general. Like, that's, you know, I love to see people enjoy themselves and have a good time and just be a part of the reason why they're enjoying themselves, you know? So that's really just what it all comes down to.
Sounds like a schmooty woo to me.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, well, shoot. I heard you brought some tinglings.
I did.
What'd you bring for us, Ashaunti?
I brought a little specialty cocktail. One of my most ordered cocktails that I get. I feel like it's a very popular cocktail right now in, you know, the Black community. It's called a sidecar, which is basically a cognac lemon drop. So that's what we're going to be making today.
Can't beat it.
Okay. Well, shoot. We are going to go do a quick commercial break. We're going to change sets really quick. And when we come back, Ashaunti is going to teach us how to make a sidecar. Of course, you're watching Almost a Weekend. Welcome back to Almost the Weekend. I'm Besa Gordon.
I'm Ashaunti Martin-Smith.
And I'm Curtis Delgado II, aka Cuddy.
And as we said, Ashaunti has some gifts for us. So she's going to show us today how to make a sidecar.
Yes, ma'am.
Take it away, Ashaunti.
Alrighty. So today we have all of our ingredients. We have the main ingredient, cognac. You can use whatever preference cognac you like. Today we got some Hennessy.
Yeah.
Orange dry carousel. This is a brandy-based carousel, but you can use triple sec, any type of, you know, Cointreau, Grand Marnier. All of those are orange liqueurs. You got some fresh lemon juice and some simple syrup, which is basically just half sugar, half boiled water. All right. So first off, we're gonna build your cocktail. We're gonna start out with our jigger. This side is gonna be 2 ounces. This side is 1 ounce. They
It's
have
called
different.
jigger?
Yeah.
Okay, come on, we jigging tonight.
I know,
yeah.
right? They need to find a new name for this, actually.
I like that. I never knew that
Really?
name at all. I was like the shot measurer.
Yep, that's what it's called, jigger. So they have other, multiple kind of jiggers that have different sizes, but this is going to be 2 ounce. So I like to do 2 ounce pours. That's just my preference. Some places do 1.5. So we're going to start with a 2 ounce pour of cognac. Yeah, we're filling it up all up in there.
Yeah, that's a beautiful scent.
And the goal is to fill it up literally right above the top of the rim. We're gonna dump.
Perfecto.
Now, the thing about sidecars or just any cocktail in general, there are specific measurements. I'm gonna do my measurements and how I feel like the flavor profile works for my cocktail that I make or my sidecar that I make. So we're going to do 0.75 of orange curacao.
And that's why it's a couture cocktail.
Absolutely. And then we're going to do 0.75 lemon juice. And then I usually have my simple syrup in a different container, but this is what we got today. So.
It's cute.
It goes with this.
It goes with the vibe.
Also 0.75 simple syrup. And then we're gonna fill it up with ice. And that is the main factor, is to fill your cocktail shaker up with ice. So to get it as cold as possible. The ice in here is a little melted, but we gonna get what we got.
Yeah, we'll make
All
it
right.
work.
Once you build your cocktail in the smaller side, then go ahead and make sure that larger side is on there tight. The whole point when you're shaking the cocktail is to make sure that your drink is aerating throughout the whole thing. So you want to get a good shape.
It's not this.
Yep.
So it's not just a back and
I
forth.
mean, you can do a little,
little
you
loop
can
with
do
it.
whatever your little vibe is.
Put it.
Once you start to feel cold, that's how you know. There we go. That's how you know it's cold. Alrighty? You're gonna take I'm gonna rewind because I forgot to garnish my cup. Okay. So, in this instance, you're gonna want to take you can either use a lime or lemon wedge to get your rim wet, or lemon or lime juice, which is what we have here. So you're just gonna want to rub the glass all the way around, and then get some sort of plate or any type of flat surface. And you're just gonna want to rub that rim around, get a good coating of sugar on there.
Round we go. Round and round.
Got that there. Then you're gonna take your strainer and you're gonna strain that
deal
cocktail
from a
out
small
in there.
cup, pour from a big cup.
Yep, exactly.
Come
Yep.
on.
And then I have some dehydrated lemon slices. You can use fresh lemon, whatever your preference is. Just gonna slide it right in there.
That's fire.
And then you can also add a little Couture Cocktails garnish pick.
I know that's right.
As a little
Come
extra.
on, Brandon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and here we
fire.
have a sidecar. Couture Cocktail away.
Come on. Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
How do you guys tell me what it tastes like?
Yeah.
Cuddy and Besa.
And it's super cold and chilled. I
Okay,
like it.
perfect. Good, yeah. And it's something super simple and easy y'all can make at home. So
Right.
yeah.
And this one's dangerous too. You gotta be cool.
Yeah, it's a
Because
slow creeper.
Yeah, the approach is not like ooh. So it's
Let
gonna
me
make you
chug
get
it.
comfortable, and you gonna drink it. Don't let you be thirsty. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's bad. And
It's a sipper. You know that cognac will sneak up on you.
Come
so
on.
especially the Hennessy.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Right. And we know how that be making turning y'all into some different type of people.
Yeah.
So,
So, please
cool.
drink responsibly.
Yeah.
That's all we could say.
drink responsibly, keep it player, and you'll be cool.
Yeah. So you can reach us on Instagram, Couture Cocktails 206, via Facebook, Couture Cocktails 206. Best way to book my services right now is by email. That's going to be couturecocktails206@gmail.com. I also just added my business to the Knot. So you can book any wedding services on there. And yeah, eventually I'll be getting a website and just, evolving. So be on the lookout for that.
bartending school coming soon.
I know that's right. And lounge.
And lounge, yes.
Girl
Look out for
lounge.
me.
So
You heard it here first.
now, with that being said, Cuddy,
You know what time it is?
it's time for another break. And when we come back, we are going to be joined by Chef Red of Come Eat Daddy. Of course,
Cheers.
it's almost the weekend. We got the cheers again.
Up one more.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
It's almost the weekend.
Cheers.
Chicago, celebrating more than 25 years of Broadway razzle dazzle. Paint the town again. Chicago the musical. We're hotter than ever.
Get tickets at stgpresents.org.
Welcome back to Almost the Weekend. I'm Besa Gordon.
And I'm Curtis Delgado II, aka Cuddy.
And right now it is time for a delicious edition of Community Corner. Child, we are about to be joined by Chef Red of Come Eat Daddy. All right, she's done some amazing chefing it up out here in the PNW, but child, she's not even from here, and that's probably why her food is so good. No shade to my people out here. But you know what? Sometimes my down south people, but y'all know I have a whole side of my family that's from down south. It just sometimes tastes a little bit different. Okay, she recently was over at the NAACP chefing it up. She also was over at the Northwest Gumbo competition where she won. And she has chefed it up for artists like Lil Boozy and E40. Let's bring in Chef Red.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey.
Tell us all about Come Eat Daddy and just how you came up with such an appealing name.
Well, it started off as a caption. I used to do these videos for my significant other and record, and I would just put the caption, Come Eat Daddy. Well, I started off as baby, then I hit them with the daddy, and then I was like one day, you know what, I'm going to trademark this and put some food and sell it, and because everybody would be like, let me get some, you know, and it was just, it's a wow factor. It's fun. It's exciting. I love the reaction that I get from it, you know, so. But we keep it professional, too, when we put that black coat on. But it's fun, and it's exciting.
I know that's right. It's like, look, don't get the name twisted.
Don't get the name twisted, okay? We definitely come through on some 5-star, you know, professionalism. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And then, you know, speaking of how it got started, I read that you started during the pandemic.
Yes.
What made you take the leap of doing this during the pandemic at like such a, you know, it was a crazy time?
Yeah, I'm a single mom, you know, and I had been at the airport for 10 years straight out of high school, and they were like, y'all got to go home, you know, and that's so scary for us. We were just like, okay, well, what do we do? And I had a group of friends, and we were kicking it, and we were still having a little bit of a good time during that time, just trying to be around each other and bring love amongst each other, and we couldn't get no food from nowhere. So I started selling the food, and I sold one plate, and it went crazy. It was insane. So I sold one, and then I sold another, and then someone was like, can you cater? And so I kind of was just like the street hero for the food, and next thing you know, we put some professionalism behind it, and we, you know, I went to school and all of that, and I just gained the knowledge to build a brand. And it went from there. And now we are here.
That makes total sense because I remember during COVID, we were all complaining about how all the restaurants were closed,
Yep.
or they would close early,
Yep.
or they just weren't open. Period. So it's like, okay, you can go from this time to this time, or were the points in the day where you couldn't even leave the house. So to have like good food coming from someone like yourself, I know people were living their best lives.
Yeah, sometimes we had the parking lot looking like McDonald's during lunchtime, you know, cars after cars. We played Cupid out there. We had a good time.
right.
So absolutely, it was a good time to just bring other people together and to keep our prices cool too. So that way everybody could afford it, but you get a good home cooked meal. And sometimes that's just what somebody needs, you know.
Absolutely. And then can we dive into just your process as far as like what goes into what you decide to put on the menu and offer in your services when it comes to like catering and things like that, or just even when you first started as far as serving plates, like what inspired some of those initial meals that you started out with?
Well, experience. I feel like what I could not find even if we weren't in a pandemic, what I couldn't find out there, but that I wanted to eat, you know, some of the recipes like the fried lobster. That was 5 years ago. I bought that, and I took a lot of people's first time with that. You know, everybody was like, you frying lobster? And so, you know, just different. I just wanted to bring something different to the scene, you know, with that southern aspect to it, but also paying my homage of the Pacific Northwest with the seafood, but a little bit of soul in there for my Texas roots and stuff like that. So,
what is some seasonings that you have that you cannot live without? Because I've had your foods before, and you just got like a little extra something in there. She can't tell us, y'all.
That's it.
Yeah,
But
she told
no.
us she probably had to kill
Oh,
it.
wow. Man, my favorite blends. Oh, goodness. Let's just say I love an unami, and an unami is a flavor agent. So it has to be in almost everything that I do. I love me an unami. I also like a little chicken bouillon. I don't see that in a lot of people's cabinet, but we put a little chicken bouillon in everything, too.
I just used that for the first time this past weekend.
What brand did you use?
Dang. It had like a turquoise lid, and then
Nor.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one. Has to be in my cabinet. It has to be in my pantry. It's something that a little goes a long way. You know, if you don't have one seasoning, then you can rely on that, and you won't even, you know, miss the others. So that is definitely one of them.
Well, I'm curious to know, because of that, are you gonna like have some seasonings? Like, are we gonna get some Come Eat Daddy seasonings?
Yes, absolutely. I'm working on some brands right now of those one-stop shops with that your all-purpose seasoning. That is my favorite, because a lot of people think you have to use, and you know, herbs and all the blended spices, all of those are amazing, but why not just have one that if you got a little bit of that, that'll take your dish from here to there. And so I love that. I'm huge on sauces. Like, me and sauces, I almost cannot go without a sauce. So I have a sweet and spicy bang sauce that's perfect for your fried fish. And then I got a hot honey, you know, that's trending right now. So you got to have that with everything. I got a jerk seasoning or a sauce that I just absolutely love. I'm huge on sauces. So without a sauce, it ain't nothing to me. But, you know, you also got to focus on the food for those, and make sure that flavor is all up in the food, too, just in case you have somebody that is not as big on sauces as you.
Fair.
Yeah, that is fair. And then just speaking to just like the evolution of experience and just the evolution of your brand, I know you have a luxury dining experience that sounds pretty unique. Can you like talk to us about that and like what people can expect with that luxury dining experience?
They're very personal connections. I love the intimacy of a private dining. It really allows me to get to know my clients. We sit down, we talk about things, and a lot of these times I'm either your best friend, your therapist. We just go through so many different emotions from the top to the bottom. We're talking about everything, and then we just curate this menu and whatever you want to do in those moments, and I say, this is what you want to do, and then I'm gonna bring my love with it, and we put it together and we make magic.
And how is that like offering now like led you into these different rooms with different celebrities that come into town now, or these big time events? Like, what's some of those standout luxury experiences that you've provided so far?
So for my celebrity guests, I most of the time just cater for them, bring them good food to eat before the show. You know what I mean? And before they get their party on and stuff, you want to make sure their stomach is nice and full. I do like to cook. When I do cook for instance, Boosie, he's from Louisiana, so I made sure I had that gumbo for him, and I got his opinion about it, and he said it was A1. So he put that stamp on it for me. So I like to get a little bit of their background as well, and I just show up as my authentic self, who I am, you know, with them. And I think that they feel that more than anything. You know, you don't want to go in there perpetrating, you know. They love that authenticity, that real love, and treat them like they are one of us, and bring the love and, you know, all the foods that I feel like they would love too. So I like to provide a good experience with that. Do your background research a little bit, who you dealing with. E40 wanted oxtail. I made sure I put some extra sauce up in that oxtail, and he loved it. and it was dope.
And see, I was going to ask you if there was something that you learned from working with these different like high profile clients, but I think it's just what you said right there. Do your research. Talk with them first. Know who you're dealing with. Don't just be like, okay, I'm going to just give you what I think you want. Like, make sure you give them what they need.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of them will come to my Instagram and just be like, I don't know where to start. Tell them we will bring this, bring this, bring this. And then it's just like, well, we're going to bring a little bit of everything. So I usually do, when I do these celebrity clients, I like to bring them options. I love to bring a feast, wings, maybe you'll go do your performance, have your drinks or whatever, and you come back and you just want something quick. Well, let's make sure you got some chicken wings for that, I like to make sure it's all across the board, something satisfying in every moment.
So what would you say is like your favorite form of service right now? Like, would it be catering for a celebrity guest that now came in town, or a community event, or the private experience that you talked about people can book you for?
Oh, my favorite. I love all of it. I genuinely do. I love what I do. I just have a passion for it. So every room that I go in with love, we just left from wedding season. That absolutely, I would say wedding season is my favorite because I love me some love. Oh, and it just makes it so amazing just to see everybody in those happy spirits and, having a good time, and they can all vibe over some really good food, and so anything that's very uplifting and exciting, those are my favorite things to do. I love that, but we know how to play and turn what switch on in every single room that we're in.
Yep, gotta love.
Yes.
Okay. I'm curious to know, and this might, this is going backwards a little bit, but like I know that obviously you went to school for cooking.
Yes.
That's how, and we talked earlier today about like plating and things of that nature, but who taught you to cook in the beginning? Because you went to school for it, but this was after the panorama.
Yeah, I use a lot of my grandma's recipes. I do. My granny got her dressing, her potato salad. I use my mom's greens, stuff like that. Those are the things where you start, okay? And then everything else, I kind of just soaked up game. Back in the pandemic, we had the clubhouse. I would listen to sit in those rooms with them chefs, and boy, they would put you on some stuff and get inspired by them. Go look at their stuff, see what they doing, and then TikTok, they got some stuff on there. Yeah. Right. If I ever am in a moment where I'm just like, oh my God, I can't think of nothing, I might visit a little bit of TikTok. We have so many resources on how to cook. You know what I'm saying? But I think, like I said, that main recipe is your love that you're putting into it, because you can taste it. You can taste the passion in your food. You going in there with an attitude, that somebody going to taste that attitude. Right. But yeah, so I'm a little bit everywhere with that, but did that answer that?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, your mom, your grandmother recipes, which means you was the kid that was in the kitchen with them, soaking up game. You're like, can I stir this? Can I put the seasoning in there?
My granny, she was on that grill. Oof. My granny, I remember times in, Texas, there's 100-degree weather out there, and it's just hot, but she be working 3 grills, and she have all kind of meats for all of us, and we just used to love it and really just be able to, I remember just watching her do that muscle in there, and, she's only, 4'11", 100 pounds, but she could work a kitchen, and that was very inspiring to see as well. Same with mom, I just watched women cooking.
Absolutely. That's a beautiful thing. And then I just want to speak to more of like the competitive side of things. Like, so you did the gumbo competition and whatnot. So like, what kind of motivated wanting to participate in competitions? And then also now being a part of a couple out here, like, is there any in-state or nationally that you would like want to look forward to putting your food up against and competing?
Absolutely. Shout out to Chef Wally. He is amazing. We got together and we were just like, the city ain't never done nothing like this, so let's do it. Right. And he has a competitive spirit, and so do I. And I'm a woman in this, and I stand affirmative in what I believe in. So we just was like, let's do it. Make it fun and have an event with purpose. You know, we all were partying with intention. That was dope. It was good to see. They carried on that a little bit and continued the competitions. For me, I felt like it was in that moment, it was just a one-time thing. I was like, let me get up in there. But I've actually been filling out some things for auditioning to do some stuff, and I've been hearing some stuff back.
Nice.
So catch me on your TV.
We don't see more Chef Ray.
That's fire.
Hello. I'm excited.
Absolutely.
Well, speaking of that, you know, you're really big on supporting women in business.
Oh, yes.
Why do you feel collaboration is so important in the culinary world, and how have you seen it open doors?
Oh, man. I feel like collaboration, especially within us women, as Black women, I love to let you do you and let me do me. And if that brings you in my world and we can do it together and make it pop, I love that. I love to focus on what I'm doing and then let you shine in what you do. So I have a woman that does my charcuterie boards. Her name is Portia from Please Platter. She is amazing. She'll come in there and she'll do everything laid out. And, you know, these are things that I can do with my education. Mm-hmm. But I'd rather you shine in what you do so that I can focus on what I love. And I'm a woman with show. And sometimes it takes a team, you know what I'm saying? So us all coming together and putting in these rooms with magic, it's amazing. I also do berry treats with Nikita Mathis from Platinum Plush. Fire. They're so good. My clients love them. Any opportunity that I can get to have her with me, I do it. I like the hot food. I'm not really big. I didn't like that portion of, you know, school with the desserts. That was not my world.
And I
don't like to measure. I want to go and put a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and it's okay. But with baking and all that stuff, you gotta have teaspoons. I don't cook like that. I'm a freestyle cooker. So I let her shine in her world. I do. I love that. Bartenders, women, I love the collaboration. It just makes the experience dope. And I love to collaborate with women. And, you know, and if I haven't worked with men yet, but the women that I collaborate with, I love that we all carry the same passion. And I could put you in a room with my clients and you would love them just like I would love them too. That's huge to me. So.
Well, we have one more thing that we definitely have to get into. But first, I have to do my rapid fire randoms.
Mm-hmm. What is that?
Where I ask you a bunch of random questions.
Okay.
But they're like short and sweet answers, so nothing too crazy 88s.
Okay, because I can run my mouth a little bit. I'm guilty of that.
Favorite midnight snack?
Ooh, a chip.
A chip?
Like a Dorito. I love crunch.
What kind?
You like? Which kind of Dorito?
The regular one.
Okay.
But I also like that purple bag too.
There we go.
That purple bag is him.
I like the purple bag. There you go.
That purple bag is him.
What is always in your fridge?
Oh, what is always in my fridge? Watermelon these days. And pickles.
I do like pickles.
Together.
That's different.
That is exotic.
It is very exciting, but let me tell you something. I'm so big on sweet and savory. Like, try it and then call me and tell me how you.
I got your number. We're going to do that. Okay. We already talked about cooking with music. If you weren't a chef, what would you be doing?
I would be at the airport still. I loved Alaska Airlines. You know, I loved customer service. That's where I thought I was going to be. And then I just ended up in the kitchen, and then here we are. But yes, I would definitely probably be in customer service with Alaska Airlines still. Absolutely.
3 words that best describe Come Eat Daddy.
Oh, fun, enticing, sexy.
I know that's right. Gumbo or mac and cheese?
One more time.
Gumbo or mac and cheese?
Gumbo.
First dish you ever mastered?
Oh, gumbo.
I know that's right.
I did.
Dream celebrity to cook for next?
That's a good one.
Now, you know, I love me some Gordon Ramsay. I love me some Gordon Ramsay, but man, if I ever had the opportunity to cook for Moneybag Yo, oh yeah, I wouldn't even know what to do. But yes, Moneybag Yo and Gordon Ramsay.
Okay. We like clip this out for Moneybag for sure.
Yep, yeah, we do.
Yeah,
And then-
somebody sent him this.
Tag him in the caption, please. My last one is, if Come Eat Daddy had a theme song, what would it be?
Oh, it's probably something inappropriate. If I had a theme song, what would it be? I'm calling you daddy.
Oh, come on. That's Wetter.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You need to have somebody remix that for you.
The
Make
main
that
version
child.
or the regular?
Yes, just the beginning of that.
Come on.
Just the beginning just the beginning of that. I think we will go a long way.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
I love it.
Yep. And then last question before we get out of here, just like, where do you see Come Eat Daddy in like the next 5 years, or even just for yourself as a chef?
Where God has placed me. That is big to me, where God has me aligned, but I see myself with those cookbooks. I see myself doing those World City tours that I want to do, all pop-ups all over the place, that sauce line, just like a cooking inspiration out here, just really doing it. Somebody that really started from nothing and took it to everywhere. I want to be everywhere, and I see that within the next 5 years.
I know.
On your shelves, on your TV,
Okay.
in your cabinet. I
Okay.
want a little pot set, all kind of
speak
stuff
it into
with just
existence.
jazz,
Yeah.
just cooking mogul.
Have a whole Come Eat Daddy section in the store.
Yes, the
And when
whole
it
Come Eat
happens,
Daddy
they heard it here
section.
first, so that's dope. We got the breaking news on that one.
Absolutely.
Now, speaking of breaking news, child, I heard you brought gifts.
Yes, I did. I bought an experience for y'all, all kind of food. We're going to take your palates to a different level with just starting from a brunch to a main to a fire dessert. It's all a little different.
I can't wait.
Now, y'all know me and Cuddy like to eat. So,
Come
with
on.
that being said, I can't wait. So, check this out. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. I don't even need to do my Cuddy. Y'all already know what time it is.
time it is.
We're about to go to a break. And when we come back, we are going to check out the Come Eat Daddy experience. Taste buds and all. Of course, you're watching Almost the Weekend.
Join me and Fox 13 as we celebrate the incredible journeys of women in our community. From moms turning passions into thriving businesses to trailblazers in healthcare, the arts, and local leadership. Discover who's making waves and inspiring change. These stories are for you. For the Girls, Women on the Rise, streaming right now on Fox Local.
Welcome back to Almost the Weekend. I'm Besa Gordon.
I'm Chef Red.
And I'm Curtis Delgado, aka Cuddy.
Child, we told you. She can tell us.
Man.
But now we get to see it.
See it, touch it, taste it. I'm excited. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Man.
Child, I don't even know where we start. What we got going on here, sis?
We could start from the left. First, I'm going to introduce to the star of my brunch show. That is my shrimp and grit chowder. It has Parmesan, and I toss some grilled shrimp on there, a little bell pepper, onion. There's a little heat. There's a little cream. It's just a wow factor just to start your day or whatever we're doing for brunch. And then this I would call a main show, but really I like to call it the designer. I did a mac and cheese in a cast iron. I grilled some New York strip, and then I deep fried some lobster tail, and I topped it off with one of my sauces. I call it the sweet and spicy bang. So it's a cream, it's a sweet chili, it's a little heat, it's all through there. I'm big on flavors. And then to end that, I did a dessert for you. It's an apple pie egg roll, and then I drizzled it with a little caramel drizzle and a powdered sugar.
Come on.
So I want to play with your palates a little bit.
Breakfast, dinner, dessert. She got all ends covered. And you know it's real when you see that the cheese is melted over the cast iron.
Absolutely.
So
Okay.
I can't wait to dive in. The garnishes, everything.
Thank you.
Presentation is A1.
Thank you.
Like, see, I've had a little bit of your food, like I was saying earlier. I have the gumbo.
Okay.
But this is what I've been seeing on Instagram.
Man.
Yes,
Come
this
on.
is the Chef Red Come Eat Daddy experience.
Exactly.
Yes.
Man.
It's just like, okay, here's the taste.
Yes, absolutely. That's what I'm about. I love to present a show. That wow factor is everything to me. So
Okay, before we dig in, or maybe as we dig in, I gotta ask, what made you blend a chowder with shrimp and grits?
I mean,
I've never heard of that.
It's a little different. It's a little soul.
Different is good.
Absolutely. You know, we're in the Pacific Northwest. We love a good chowder. But I'm from the South, and we love a good shrimp and bread. So let's put it together.
Right. It seems like that's what you did with the surf and turf mac and cheese as well too. Just blending those two different places and cultures and whatnot, and bringing it all into one. That's fire.
Exactly. So I'm big on seeing soul. It is what I specialize in. So it'll give you the best of both worlds in the experience as well with the surf and turf. Absolutely.
Two is better than one. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
And how did you learn the artistry of plating?
I went to school. I did. I went to Seattle Central. But I'm inspired by a lot of amazing chefs out there. I have a chef that he's based out of Tacoma. His name's YB. He always tells me height. Height is going to be everything for you. It looks good on camera and it's always good. So that's always been in the back of my mind. I'm going to put it all the way to the ceiling if I can.
Put it up.
Yes, absolutely.
Like we were saying with that, how long does it take for like a process like this, a presentation to this magnitude? Like what goes on into it?
Oh, excuse me. For something like this, I let this happen about 2 hours.
Say what?
Yes, about 2 hours. You know, you don't want to cook your steak for too long. It's a 5-minute process on the grill when your heat is high enough. And then your mac and cheese, you don't want to overbake that too long. You cook it on the stovetop just a little bit, and then all you want to do is get that cheese to blend on the top, or cheese to melt on the top. Not too much. You don't want to see too much oil, but you want to get a little crisp. And then I actually did these overnight. And I prepped all of those, rolled them last night, and then I deep fried them frozen. So that way it still has the consistency of the jam that's in the middle from the apple and all of that. Toss it in some sugar. So yeah, this was pretty simple, a little 2 hours for this.
And then for like, you know, you do catering and big time events. Is there like something like a rule of thumb or something that you just keep consistent to keep you on track for those like larger scale events?
Preparation is everything for me. I know what's going to take me 5 hours. I know what's going to take me 2 hours. I know what's going to take me 30 minutes. If I have an event of 300, I know I got to do some stuff the night before.
Right.
You know, making sure that I'm aligned with all of that. So yeah, it's all about, I've mastered that timing because I'm out the door, I'm in the car, I'm here, and I'm really good with that. So I know what's going to take a long time and I know what's going to take some quick seconds.
I got a random question. I've had some fried lobster, and I know yours is going to be fabulous.
Thank you.
But I have some people that they over-fried it. What is the trick to not over-frying your lobster?
You got to look at the color for me. It's all about the color. And then also your grease will start slowing down a little bit. So me, it's like, seafood could cook in 2 minutes, but it's like 3 to 5 if your temp is high. Sometimes people will have their temp way too high and then it'll cook the fish or whatever you're deep frying. Any kind of seafood, you don't want to have it too high. A good 350 is perfect.
That makes sense.
It's the apples for me. I'm smelling marks. I guess you can just tell us because you know egg roll traditionally how it would go. Like, what made you come up with the apple egg roll? As far as, you know,
different.
Yeah.
I mean, like
when
I said,
we are desserts, there's so many different ways you can go.
We're in the Pacific Northwest. You know, the egg rolls are popular here. So let's turn it into a dessert, make it a little different. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. I love different things, and the egg roll aspect to it, I can throw anything in an egg roll wrapper.
Right.
We can go from peach cobbler to apple pie to just a traditional egg roll.
Because that's what I was gonna say too. Is there any other desserts that you decided to roll up? Or might be thinking about rolling up?
Yet. I mean, I have done a peach cobbler in here before, but other than that, just the apple pie as of right now. But you're giving me some ideas.
Yeah, see, good.
Hold on
Anything
now.
rolls.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so first of all, now that we've gotten an amazing background on all of this deliciously looking food.
And the camera got to eat first.
And the camera ate first and had dessert, child. The camera is full. He's full too.
Yeah, let's get into it, okay? So let's start a little bit of here. Like I said, this is, look how I like it because it started getting a little bit bigger than I wanted it to.
So some weight.
Yes, it gained some weight. You know, sometimes you gotta over a little bit so that way it can have that consistency. Now be mindful of the tails once you eat this, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Got Parmesan, that Asiago blend. You're going to taste all of that in there. I'll hand you that.
Now, is your favorite part of cooking the cooking or serving?
Oh, I like to cook. I have girls to serve the food now. I mean, but I as long as the experience is with love. You know, my girls are sweet, they smile, and they'll give you the same experiences that I do. I love to do what I love, and that is in the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
Yes, that
Well,
is my
speaking,
choice.
if that's your choice, we all got that go-to playlist or song. When it comes to you cooking, what's that go-to song you start off with?
Oh, I'm an R&B girl.
To get in your bag.
90s vibe. I'm an R&B girl. I love some Tony. I get into some Silk. All the stuff. That's funny that you say that. That's how I started my brand, with capturing good food with a nice slow R&B playlist. That is my vibe. It goes with the name. It goes with everything as far as the experience goes.
In the kitchen, dancing and singing.
But you know what? Honestly, I try to keep the music to a minimum because it is very distracting. I'm gonna be in there trying to do too much. We doing too much dancing. We ain't cook. We in there burning stuff. Now
it's bringing good energy to the food, though. You know?
Now in the car, way to the
It's
That's where, you know, I really feel myself. So yes, in the kitchen, I keep it to a minimum with the music. Like I said, it's very distracting. But there we go. We got some lobster with a little sauce, some mac and cheese, with a little bit of New York strip in there that I grilled up real good. Absolutely.
I can't wait.
We got all the things.
Absolutely.
Let me not go eating with my fingers.
I almost want to go dessert first, but you know, my mom was
Do your thing. Do your thing.
Come on, do you see the drizzle? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Fire.
Thank you.
Cuddy, do your bite.
Yo, man, the signature.
Do your bite. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. What'd it do?
Oh, wait, let me
I don't even gotta say nothing.
Now talk to me. Let me know what it do.
You know words are speaking for me. Cause man, first of all, it's a trifecta blend with the sugar, powdered sugar, cinnamon. Then you got the caramel. The apples are super soft. Man.
I had some ice
And they're
cream.
fresh. I'm cool. You don't even need no ice cream.
I got some ice cream, but
The ice cream would be an added bonus, but you don't need it.
Ice
Trust
cream.
me. That's smacking.
yes.
What I want to
Yeah.
do first.
Hey, see, that's the thing. You know, everybody getting their workout in there. Hey, this one, you're going to have to, run a couple extra miles for this one because you're definitely eating more than one. That plate would be gone if it was up to me. So,
I love that. Thank you.
Man,
Thank
you did that for sure.
Thank you. Your turn.
Can I?
What
I
you
want the steakums.
Okay.
I want a steak. Because I've been looking at the steak sauce.
With the sweet and spicy thing.
Oh, man. Stop. Let me see. It's so many along. And the mac got the little hard cheese crust.
Absolutely. You gotta have it. You gotta have it.
My soul is glowing.
Thank you.
Good, Mac.
You was on the grill with this.
I did. I got on that grill, you know. That is the thing.
It's well seasoned too.
Thank you.
This mac and cheese is going crazy.
Thank you.
Stop playing.
I love that for us.
I
This
would
why
love it for
I
y'all
don't be
too.
doing this watching because I'm gonna sit there and watch you eat all up in your face. Tell me how you like it. You know, I do too much
And
when
so
it
you
comes to
can do
that.
everybody's mac and cheese,
Okay.
but you can do this mac and cheese.
Okay, period. Thank you.
That part, this is stamped. So
Thank
I know you guys can't eat through the screen. You know, we're being rude right now, eating in your face. But however, make sure to tap in with her.
Yeah.
Go through with all the bookings, parties. Don't matter. Just hit her. Because, man, you're missing out if you don't have this. You need a restaurant.
Yeah, see, I'm working on it. I'm working on a lot of different things, but we are bringing pop-ups back, and that is my playground. I love a good pop-up.
I don't even, I'm not necessarily a grits person, But this is smacking.
Can you get a smooth, please? Because I need you to get up in there.
My bad. I was trying to make it work.
Get him in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you.
I just balance all utensils, but it's okay.
Thank you.
It's worth it.
Perfect blend. Spice, cream,
Not too
cheese.
spicy.
Yeah, and I'm not even a spicy person. This is perfect.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
The seasonings are seasoning.
Thank
This is
you.
one of those you gotta make sure you don't get it on your feet. You gotta
Well, that's when you're like, where's the shout it out? It was worth it.
Man, what?
Love it.
Woo.
Love it.
Oh, wait, let me take the
This
tail
gonna put
off.
me to sleep.
Yes. Remove the tail.
Apple. Mm.
You got the tail off. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. So, her restaurant name just makes sense.
Come Eat Daddy.
You know? You have an argument with your man, you bring him one of these plates, he be like,
I would for sure should have. I would should have.
What was we talking about?
Cause what? Whatever it was, it don't matter. Just keep this coming.
Yes. Thank you.
oh my God.
All kind of flavors. We started here to here to here. You know, we go. I love to take your palate through experiences.
Oh, I went through a roller coaster
Absolutely.
in the best way.
Absolutely. All you need is a little water. Wash your back. A little Kool-Aid or something.
Speaking of getting a little water and some Kool-Aid, I'm gonna finish my food. I don't know about you, Cuddy. So look here. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break.
And we might not come
It
back.
might be a long break. I'm not even gonna hold you. But when we return, it is time for our weekend picks and maybe a nap. We're watching Almost the Weekend.
Welcome back to Almost the Weekend. I'm Besa Gordon.
And I'm Cuddy.
And it is time for our weekend picks.
Hey,
where you going?
No, Jinx, you owe me a soda.
I went first last week.
Huh?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Oh my gosh.
You did go first last week, but no, you're going first again.
You know what? I don't know where I'm going. I'm supposed to be in Spokane this
I know
weekend.
where I'm going, so I'll go first. I'll steal it back. I'm going to Via Friday and tap in with my boy, Your Highness. You feel me? That's just because it's a new style of event, not only for him, but just for the city and just like what it's catering to, because it's not forcing you to have to feel like, oh, I got to do the section. I got to be all outside. It's you being outside while still sticking to your inside vibe. So I like that because, you know, I like to chill. So I'm going to go support my brother, and then I got to go tap in with Pia.
I know that's right.
Pia is going to be a vibe. It's going to be a show. I might need to hit my little TikTok. I don't know. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So I'm going to add on an additional event that I don't even know why I didn't add on to this. Friday is Terrain, okay? Terrain 16. Terrain's been going on now for 16 years. This, I want to say, will be my third or fourth time going. I don't know. I always live my best life every single time I go to Terrain. I always get lost within the building, even though I'm there all the time. But when I say I get lost, I think it's because I'll see a piece of artwork and then I'll want to show it to somebody and then I can't figure out where it was because the building is like 3 or 4 floors. It's hundreds of artists. It's every different facet of art that you want, from paintings to music performances. And when I say music performances, I mean singing and playing instruments. You have people that are dancing. You have people reading poetry, people reading books. You have people showing off movies. People are doing live paintings there. Like every single piece of art that you would ever want to see is all within that one spot. And it is a free event where thousands and thousands of people, not even just from the Spokane area, but all around the PNW pull up to. Like last year, I saw so many people and I was like, what are you doing here? They're like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I'm here all the time. What are you doing here? Welcome to the party.
Minding their business.
So yeah, that is my extra one. Even though I know it wasn't part of my weekend warm up, it is being added into my weekend picks. So if you are in the Terrain area, or shall I say Spokane area, and you are going to Terrain, make sure you say, hey, how you doing?
Vibey.
Meow.
Come on.
So with that being said, you guys, look, I don't know if you hear any commotion in the background, but that's because our girl Ashaunti is in the back making Cuddy another drink, honey. But in the meantime, between time, look, we're going to get out of here. Of course, if you would like to advertise on Almost a Weekend, you can always reach out to us at advertise@whereweconverge.com. And if you want to follow me on social media, and you should, follow me on social media at Besa Gordon.
Come on. And if you want to stay locked in with me, follow me on social media at Cuddy the Sensei. That's CUDDYTHA Sensei. And if you want your event featured on our event calendar, just go to events@whereweconverge.com and email that over. And if you also want to set up something to get on our show, you can do the exact same thing. Events@whereweconverge.com. So, hey, it's another episode, man, in the books.
It's been a good one. I'm
We're
here
full.
now.
We're feeling lit. You know, it's great money, great vibes. You know, can't beat it.
Absolutely. Well, shoot, because we can't beat it and I still have some lobster tail left over, we are going to get up out of here because it already feels like it's almost the weekend. So now, we're keeping that in. Until next time, I hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your day. And of course, stay tapped in with us. Oh, by the way, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram at Almost the Weekend PNW.
That's right.
We have an Instagram now.
Follow the show.
And Cuddy be putting up bloopers over there that you guys don't get to see during the show. So make sure you give us a follow. Anywho, until next time, it's Almost the Weekend. Peace.